All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd like to give you a heads up for what your week should look like. So your exam is on Friday. Your exam is at 8:30 Friday morning. With that being said, I'm not going to see you obviously until Friday. So I am telling you right now, the test you are taking on Friday is a good test. It is a fair test, which means I'm not going to talk over you, that's for sure. It is a good, fair test. There are some really hard questions and there's some really easy questions, and most of them are in the middle. None of you should be freaking out. None of you should be panicking. There's no reason to cram for this exam. The only thing you need is your review packet. We've spent 8 days on it. That's the only thing you need. However, you do need to study for this midterm. Is everyone clear on that? Especially since it's Friday. My AP World kids, like tonight, I told them they don't need to go crazy. Spending about like 45 minutes looking over AP World because they've been dealing with it. We talked about it today. They'll have it first thing tomorrow. Normal pattern. You guys have an extended break. You definitely need to study for my exam. No one should be freaking out. No one should be panicking. The only thing you need is my review packet. That's it. The expectation is that you should be spending about an hour to an hour and a half on Thursday night studying for it. The content's not hard, can we agree? It's just a lot of content from a lot of different backgrounds. That's the tricky part. There are some good questions on the test where they have a lot of really good distractors on the multiple choice. So if you really don't know what you're talking about, you're going to get them wrong. Is everyone clear on that? So you have to be really sharp. No one should be panicking, but you definitely need to study. I don't want you to be like, oh, I have Bennett. It's fine. That's not like a life mantra here. Study your damn things, get your A, and move on. Is everyone clear? 8th period. Your exam is at 8:30 Friday morning. Your exam packet is due at 8:30. If you are taking my exam early, it is due the moment you take your exam. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is due at 8:30. It is not due at 8:45 when your mama shows up in her robe carrying your review packet. It's late. And what are we doing with late work? Nothing, because it's a 0. There is no late work. You either have your packet or not. Ladies and gentlemen, all you had to do was show up to class and write down what I told you. It's been a pretty cush review. Can we agree? Every once in a while, you have to be a grown-up. Today is that time. On Friday at 8:30, you need to have your review packets worth 150 points. If you have everything done the way it is expected to be done, it'll boost your grade from 3 to 4 percentage points. That's huge at the end of the quarter. If you do not have your review packet on Friday at 8:30, it will send your grade into a free fall. And I will be like, oh no. As I put in a 0 on Edsby. If you do not have everything the way it's supposed to be on your review packet, then I will be bleeding you of points because I sat here and I did all the work. I came up with the content. I wrote the content down for you. All you had to do is write it down. If you don't have everything I have, I will bleed you of points. Is everyone clear on that? Same expectations we've had this entire time. So hopefully you are all ready to turn in your review packet. No problem. At 8:30 on Friday. If you are in 7th period listening to this, your review packet is due on Thursday, December 19th at 8:30. What?
When you say exactly what you have, do you mean like word for word? Like obviously if we have the content, but if we like miss like a couple words or something like that on accident? Like how I'm trying to say like how closely are you grading this? Do I need to like go
Haven't
back?
I been saying the same thing this entire process, Karen? I can't add you to the group. The Aiden and Zach group, I can't. It needs to be, it looks exactly like my packet.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty smart and I've written this packet now many times.
Yeah.
I have a few questions to ask the group for.
I'm just like
No, just put it there and leave it.
Complete no name, like no
Cool,
name.
it'll be a 0.
Wait.
Hi, we're not doing this now. It's your responsibility. Just put it in the pile and it's a 0. So they'll figure it out later, I guess. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not have it the way it's supposed to be, it is a 0, which is what we've been incredibly clear about this whole week and a half we've been doing review. It needs to look like mine. Is everyone clear? Okay. Tonight, no one should be dealing with psych, for God's sakes. You shouldn't be studying for my exam until the night before. An hour and a half. You need to be studying for my exam. What I would definitely suggest is that you should have a sheet of notebook paper out, and as you come across something that you're clearly struggling with, write it on the separate sheet of paper. The morning of my exam, Friday morning, I would look at that sheet of paper of all the stuff that you're struggling with. That's what good studiers do, or good students do, is they make a little short list of the things that they are missing. Questions, concern, comments about the expectations for the rest of this week? No one should be stressing. We've done the work. Now, as we filled out this packet, would you agree that none of this information was new? Hello? Some of it's cleaned up a little bit differently than maybe I polished it in class, but is any of this new? No, we've been doing the work for 18 weeks, so no one should be freaking out about this exam because we've been doing the work. So, but you do need to study because you might as well just get your A and move on, and we can all enjoy our winter break. Can we agree? Here we go. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is Lauren. Lauren, I can't have you falling apart, sweetie. I need you, Lauren.
I was distracted by the cookies when I walked in. I was like, looking at the
Oh, you're blaming Caroline? On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the dude behind the forgetting curve. He memorized nonsense syllables, created a memory curve. He taught us that we forget a lot immediately, but some things are retained over time. Mateo. On your whiteboard, please tell me who are the two Ebbinghaus. On your 2. Who are the 2 classical conditioning? Please don't waste my ink, Drew, since you're not even going to bother learning people's names. Who is it, Catherine?
Watson and Pavlov.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the dude behind Bobo dolls. Grace. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the dude who's behind the classical conditioning experiment where dogs drool on command but not for food. Shows us that we can be triggered by experiences, not just sensations. Lauren. On your whiteboard, please tell me who's the guy who believes in multiple intelligences, like logical, spatial, interpersonal, body movements. What do we got? Curran. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the dude who is behind operant conditioning. He is the guy with the Skinner boxes. He dispenses a reinforcement schedule and dictates the frequency. What do we got? Caroline. On your whiteboard, please tell me who's the guy who shows that fear is classically conditioned or elicited. With generalization, this occurs with similar triggers, food, color, etc. It will elicit a feeling of fear. What do we got, Caroline? John B. Watson. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is John B. Watson based everything off of whose law of effect? Who is it, Grace? Thorndike with the quizzical brow.
No, you said Watson.
John B. Watson. Oh, just kidding. On your whiteboard. Girl, I'm over it. I'm ready to be done. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the name of the chick who does the visual cliff when she puts babies on a glass checkerboard pattern, and as the pattern looks like it's about to fall, it extends. Who is it? Diana. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is it called when we are predisposed to be scared or fearful for things for our safety, like heights and loud noises. What do you got, Sophia? On your whiteboard, please tell me what is. It is an innate It's an innate reinforcer that is required for survival. Food, sex, water. What is it, Grace Mary? Primary reinforcers. This is used to determine if changes in one variable can change another variable. It looks for relationships in 3 possible ways: positive, negative, and none. What is it? What do you got, Lauren? On your whiteboard, please tell me what is. You do know you're going to get blown up when we get to the back, so you should probably not be so confident on the front, yeah? What refers to testing? If a test is blank, the same person will earn similar scores on retakes, like the SAT and the ACT. What is it, Zoe? What is learning without reinforcement? The rats learn the maze without food, but it learns it faster with food. Drew. Who's the dude behind latent learning? Hampton. Tolman. On your whiteboard, when a person gains some control over some biological responses, for example, you purposely slow down your breathing to help eliminate some stress. No. What is it? Drew. Biofeedback. You should have crossed off instinctive drift and written biofeedback. On your whiteboard, please tell me this is a color vision theory, and it is proposed that specialized cones in the retina detect different colors. This theory is supported by the opponent process theory, or when the U.S. flag goes green on the opposite cones. After image. What is it? Diana. That's right. Chromatic theory believes that there are 3 colors your cones can pick up. What are those 3 colors? Mateo. Red, green, blue. On your whiteboard, this uses a magnetic field to create a 3D image of the brain. It provides the most detail. What is it, Rex?
MRI.
On your whiteboard is a study of one person in depth and cannot be replicated. What is it, Carolee? Case study. On your whiteboard, please tell me. It is a long-term study with the same people. The biggest drawback is money, and a lot of people drop out. What is it, Catherine? Longitudinal. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when a person is praised for doing the right thing? They're given something, they are more likely to do it again. There's more to that, Catherine. There's one more word you need. Zach. Positive reinforcement. Do you see the difference? On your whiteboard, please tell me what is used to measure brain waves. Grace Mary. On your whiteboard, please tell me this is when a person or a researcher watches people or animals in their natural habitat and records what they see without interfering. What do we got, Maggie? Naturalistic observation. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when researchers don't know who received the experimental drug or the placebo? Both researchers and participants don't know who is in the control group or the experimental group, and this helps limit experimenter bias. What do you got, Sadie? On your whiteboard.
Wait. Just a question about that. So, like, if no one knows...
No, there are people who know. There are administrators who know, not the experimenter.
I got you.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what measures brain activity using glucose to track the brain activity where it's happening. What do we got? Katie. PET scan. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is, what am I describing? 7 plus or minus 3 items. These items can be held in our blank or working memory. Normal is 7 items, poor is 5, good is 10. What do you got, Mateo? Short-term memory. On your whiteboard, what is, if delivered immediately after the behavior, it is the most effective way to eliminate behaviors? What is it, Carolee? Punishment. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it when it what is it when it occurs only when negative reinforcement occurs? Seligman is the dude who taught it to us. We taught these dogs they cannot escape, so they don't even try. What do we got? Hampton. On your whiteboards, please tell me, what is it called when you get a memory out of long-term memory and into your working memory? What is it, Sarah? What is it called when your eyes tilt in when looking at things closely? What do you got, Mateo? On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the difference between the two images your eyes see? Because they are offset. What is it, Carolee? Disparity. On your whiteboard, where does transduction occur in the ear? Not on the pinna.
It says how transition near occurs.
Yeah, the pin is this, my love. Oh God, Rex.
Bacilliar
The
membrane.
bacilliar membrane, which happens to be inside of what, Mateo? But what is actually doing the transduction? In the
Retina.
Here.
the retina's in your eye.
Auditory canal.
Oh,
Isn't it auditory canal?
Why do I have that down there?
It's not really.
Wait, I thought that was
Retina, taste buds?
That's where transduction occurs in those three different sense organs, boss.
Ganglion cells, rods and cones.
Oh, now I got it. So the transaction occurs in the
Bacilliar membrane, the retina.
Oh, that's why I highlighted it. Now.
and your taste buds. But those are three different
different
sensations,
places. Yeah.
right? Like you don't put food in your ear to taste
Make sure to
it.
write that one down, John.
Please stop talking.
Notice, man. Read different.
On your whiteboard, please tell me it describes the degree to which a test actually tests what it's supposed to test. I'm asking a test on whales. There should be no question on ice cream flavors. What do you got, Grace? On your whiteboard, please tell me what controls in our nervous system the autonomic responses. Alright, shit. Alright, let me try that again. On your whiteboard, please tell me what calms you down in your body. What calms you down? Catherine.
Parasympathetic.
On your whiteboard, what controls our involuntary responses like breathing, digestion, all that stuff? Sophia. On your whiteboard, please tell me your central nervous system is made up of what two things? Dennis.
Brain, spinal cord.
On your whiteboard, please tell me this makes specific predictions that are then tested by the experiment. Grace Mary. Hypothesis. On your whiteboard, please tell me mean, median, mode have what fancy term to describe them? Back.
Inferential statistics.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is language base. It controls muscle movements involved in speech. It's on the left side in the frontal lobe. What is it, Lauren?
Focus area.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is a bundle of nerves that connect the left and right hemisphere of the brain. If you cut it, you get split brain. Your right side of the brain cannot communicate verbally. Sadie.
Focus muscle.
On your whiteboard, please tell me the strongest correlational coefficients are the closest to what two numbers? Maggie. 1 or negative 1. On your whiteboard, please tell me this is what the experimenter is manipulating. It's under the control of the experiment. What is it? Zoe. On your whiteboard, this is how the subject reacts to the independent variable or the behavior. Hampton.
Dependent variable.
There you go. This is your fight or flight response. What do we got? Diana.
Sympathetic.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the first part of the neuron that sends a neural impulse? Catherine.
Dendrites.
What is the last part of your neuron that fires before it gets released into the synapse? Good. Drew.
Excellent.
There you go. What?
So for correlational
coefficients.
Mm-hmm.
It either has a positive, negative, or no correlation.
Oh, well, if it's like a 9.9, is that closer to a negative 1,
So
0?
positive.
It'd be a positive correlation. If it has a 0.01, it's closer to a
No.
no correlation. So you get decimal numbers, and it tells you how close it is to a positive correlation or negative correlation or no correlation.
So if it was negative 0.8, it would
Be closer to a negative correlation. On your whiteboard, please tell me, hypnotic jerks happen in what stage of sleep? Sarah. On your whiteboard, please tell me please tell me, what is it called when people fall into it's a sleep disorder where people fall immediately into REM sleep. What is it? Katie. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is language comprehension? It's on the left in the temporal lobe. It processes all verbal communication. Grace. On your whiteboard, please tell me, between what standard deviations does the average person fall? Between what 2 standard deviation points? You should have 2 numbers. Diana, please educate your peers. Yeah, it's 1 standard deviation below to 1 standard deviation above. If you fall between 1 standard deviation below, 1 standard deviation above, what percentage of the population are located here? Lauren. 68. On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is known as the little brain because of it's in charge of our autonomic functions like breathing, digesting, as well as our fine muscle movements, located just below the thalamus and right behind the medulla. What do you got? Sarah. Cerebellum. On your whiteboard, these memories are events you experienced or you participated in. Learning to ride a bike, your first kiss, you're getting your license, your first date. What is it? Caroline. On your whiteboard, these are facts and other general information that you've learned because you either memorized or experienced a learning situation. State capitals, U.S. presidents, dogs have 4 legs. What do we got, Lauren? On your whiteboard, please tell me, if I am a gifted IQ, where's my IQ start at? What do we got? Dennis.
130 up.
On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is types of memory that are stored automatically or done without thinking? For instance, writing, bike riding, and tying a shoe. What do you got? Mateo. On your whiteboard, these are explicit memories. They are memories that required effort to learn. You experienced it. There are 2 categories, episodic and semantic. What do we got? Zach. On your whiteboard, please tell me, who is the dude who is the founder of psychoanalysis? He believed all people will speak their subconscious if they keep talking. Who is it? Sophia. What is it called when people keep talking? They'll eventually run into their subconscious and start speaking what is not something they meant to. What do we got? Grace. Stream of consciousness. On your whiteboard, please tell me, sorry, I have like 16 different packets. Oh, by the way, you know how I was complaining all last week that I didn't have a complete packet?
Yes, ma'am.
I found one this morning.
What were you gonna do with it? Were you just gonna
Well, it would have been nice just to have a complete packet that I could have pulled from and trying to find 6 packets to pull pieces from. It was annoying. But I found it this morning, so praise be.
I thought
It
you
was
were
in a
writing
drawer.
it yourself. You were writing it.
No, I know, but like I have old information that I'm patching from.
So how'd you get it to begin with? Like, where'd you even get all the things from it?
She made it.
I made them in years past, boss.
You were just reading off of it.
On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the name of the perspective that is based on Freud, however, includes other psychologists? What do we got, Carolee? No. What is it called, Caroline? Psychodynamic. On your whiteboard, please tell me it's part of the brain that stores long-term memories and some emotions. Good. What do you got? Diana. On your whiteboard, please tell me what is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. The goal is to observe, describe, explain, predict, and control behavior. What do we got, Zoe?
Psychology.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is when one goes up, the other goes down. The more fast food you eat, the worse your health gets. What is it? Drew? Negative correlation. On your whiteboard, when one variable goes up, the other goes up too. The more calories I eat, the higher the weight. What do we got? Zoe?
Positive correlation.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what is... Please tell me what is the ability to use logic and prior experiences to create a sound conclusion with evidence to support. Okay, theory. What the hell does that mean, Rex?
It's like a theory, evidence to support it.
No, that's wrong. You are wrong. What is it, Mateo? Inductive reasoning. On your whiteboard, it is the same number of responses triggers reinforcement. What do we call it when the same amount of responses trigger reinforcement? What is it, Grace? On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is it called when your sensations are overwhelmed with multiple smells, sights, and experiences that our own brain cannot process, essentially stops relaying information? What is it, Sarah? On your whiteboard, please tell me, these are all part of what? Proximity, similarity, enclosure, closure, contiguity, figure, ground. Carolee. On your whiteboard, what is regulated by the semicircular canals located in your inner ear? This gives us the sensation and body location and feeling of stability. What do we got, Lauren? On your whiteboard, what is it called when you come up with one answer in a creative way? For instance, how we can flush toilets with no waste. Okay? There's many ways you can do it, but there's only one way that'll eliminate all of the waste. What is it, Drew? Convergent thinking. On your whiteboard, what is the difference between what you actually experienced and how we state how the experience went? We change our opinions in order to be agreeable and easygoing. It's the gap between truth and perception. What is it, Grace Mary? This is located just above your medulla at the central part of your brain. It is used to move information from your brainstem to its correct lobe. Thalamus, hypothalamus, amygdala. What do we got? Hampton. Limbic system. What is it called when you look back on something and overestimate how much you knew something was going to occur? No one really believed that Donald Trump was going to win 2016. You can say, oh my God, I totally knew, but it was a surprise to everyone. What is it, Lauren? On your whiteboard, please tell me what, when we put all of these together, it becomes what? Debriefing, confidentiality, informed consent, protection of both physical and mental. What do we got? Catherine.
Ethical standards.
On your whiteboard, what is it called when we have different numbers of responses causes reinforcement? Different number of responses triggers reinforcement. So it changes every time. Sophia. On your whiteboard, it is a mutual relationship that has a connection between two or more things. So they are related, but they're not directly caused. That's called what, Grace?
Correlation.
However, what is it called when the action of one causes the action of something else? Dennis, on your whiteboard, please tell me what is when when new information confirms your old existing beliefs, you only accept information that agrees with your thought process. If you hate Trump, then you only hear information that makes Trump awful. If you love Trump, then you only hear things that make him wonderful. What is that, Lauren?
Confirmation bias.
On your whiteboard, please tell me what drug is an inhibitor, mood, emotion, and arousal. Too much causes schizophrenia. Too little causes Parkinson's disease. What is it? Caroline, on your whiteboard, it is the amount of stimulation you, a person, not all of humanity, can perceive sound, touch, based in sight, and it varies by person. What is it, Carolee? Difference threshold. This is used in problem solving by following a formula. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. What is it, Karen? There you go. What is it called when a person cannot use an item in a different way than it was meant to be used? You need a hammer, you use a stapler. If you couldn't come up with a solution for no hammer, you suffer from what? Maggie? On your whiteboard, please tell me. It's a process of memorizing information into your long-term memory. Lyrics to a song you sang 1,000 times, tying new information to previous information. What do you got, Caroline? On your whiteboard, please tell me. It is the symbolic meaning of a dream. Bear represents my mother. What do you got, Carolee? On your whiteboard, please tell me, what is the process of memorizing information for short-term memory, about 20 seconds? Example, telephone numbers, people's names, your damn vocab quizzes. What is it, Sadie? On your whiteboard, please tell me, what are past memories that prevents your recall of new memories? Ladies and gentlemen, a good review for this would be to re-listen to my video, correct? We just went through most of the packet. Goodbye. Please leave.